What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Big Femi Joshua. Get this. Joshua states that I saw a lot of coaches before selecting a new trainer. Robert Garcia was the standout. Early this year, former two-time heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua was on a quest to find a new head trainer. Last September, Joshua, of course, suffered the defeat to Alexander Usyk, and he got those belts snatched from him from Hotspur Tottenham Stadium. And in the aftermath, Joshua exercised an immediate rematch clause. Joshua will, of course, to attempt to reclaim his titles. In a big move, Joshua parted ways with head trainer Rob McCracken, and Rob McCracken had taken Joshua to Olympic gold in 2012 and on up to the second loss of his career. Okay. And during the process of selecting another trainer, Joshua traveled to the United States, spent time with several coaches before eventually setting on Robert Garcia. He said, Texas, Fresno, LA. I saw a lot of coaches everywhere before choosing my new trainer. And there were coaches that I didn't get to see, but he was the one that stood out. Robert Garcia is a bad boy coach, Joshua told JD Sports. All these heavyweights are training because they want to take what you have, and you have to train like you haven't got anything. As a fighter, it's important to stay in the gym all year, and I've known the fighter that I'm fighting. So the approach to the fight has been leading towards the date. When I first turned pro, I did my first training camp with Eddie Hearn's back garden. That's where we first started. Then I moved to Tony Sims' gym for probably the first or 2 or 3 fights, and then I ended up in Sheffield with Rob McCracken. Okay, and that's it basically. He said he's a bad boy coach. Well, let me counterpunch. This article can't be any more incomplete because it didn't show why he stuck out. It didn't show the trainers that he didn't get to see. Okay? He didn't express, like, what was the significance of you picking him versus Ronnie Shields or Hunter, Virgil Hunter, or whoever else he got to see. Okay? He could have got with any of these guys, but if I would have to guess, because that's what we're going to have to do because we don't have any other intel, I would say Anthony Joshua picked Robert Garcia because of his aggressiveness. And I think what Robert did was, I think he stuck out. And I think it was more than just the things that he was taught. I honestly think what I saw Anthony Joshua do with Ronnie Shields was probably more effective than I had seen him do with anybody else, but I didn't see too much. Okay, so I got to make that clear. But stylistic-wise, I think Ronnie Shields probably would have been a better fit. However, I think what Anthony Joshua picked up was the character of Robert Garcia. And I don't mean, he was just this nice guy. No, I think Robert Garcia, like, straight stepped to Joshua and told him what he expected. I think he pulled some Teddy Atlas type shit. Like, yo, this is what I expect. We don't bullshit over here. This is Oxnard. We don't bullshit over here. You get out of line, I'll smack you. I think, because, you hired me for this reason. Robert, you hired me for this reason. And I don't fuck around over here. We don't do that shit over here. We fight dirty. We fight hard. We train hard. I know you laugh a lot. I know you laugh a lot, but, a lot of that shit in the gym, we can do that after we get the victory. And I tell you, I'll go in there and expect what's done and all that, And I think when Anthony heard that, I think he was like, you know what? This is who I want. He didn't give a shit if he had any other heavyweights. He didn't care because he heard what he needed to hear. Because I think Anthony Joshua, his main problem, or issue with Rob McCracken is Rob McCracken pacified him too much because he known him too long. And I think with Rob McCracken, when you get too close to a fighter, I think you automatically become biased from telling that fighter what you need to tell that fighter, unless you have that love-hate Klitschko versus Emmanuel Stewart type mentality, because Emmanuel Stewart and Vladimir Klitschko loved each other, but see, Emmanuel had this gear, like he had this fuse, and if it went off, he's gonna tell you off, you know. And I think Robert Garcia is that guy that can tell Anthony Joshua something and really mean it without having a true or like a hard bond towards him. He's an outsider compared to Anthony Joshua. Robert Garcia is not British. He's Mexican or Mexican American, right? You know, so that's not going to be a problem for him because he's like, I don't have a pony in the show. You know, you don't walk around here smiling and taking autographs. You know, we don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's not known, but he's not known like he is in Britain. Okay? And he doesn't go out to eat with him and all that stuff either. So he's an outside trainer that may effectively get the job done. But he's definitely going to tell Anthony Joshua what he needs to hear. Most importantly, he's going to tell Anthony Joshua what he needs to hear in between rounds. Okay, and I think that's the true overall factor that McCracken didn't do. He said brilliant and this, that, and the other, but he didn't say, yo, you behind, yo, you losing, yo, you tired, you good, you know, watch out for the straight left. Get off the center line because he's anticipating that. Those are the type of things that Rob McCracken should have been saying that he did not say. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Anthony Joshua selecting Robert Garcia, and he stood out amongst the rest. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!